Hello, guys, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? How you doing? And of course, the voice you're listening to is Brother Mason, and it's Friday, the 5th of February, 2021. And yes, welcome to the Brother Mason Motivational Hour. Obviously, I always leave my videos over here, and anybody who want to listen to this, they can always look back or go back to them and listen at your own convenient time. Yes, I've been away for quite a long time, and I haven't been on the streets of social media. Obviously, I had to pay the bills. I had to go and do some work. You know, if you want to get some money, and if you want to pay the bills, you gotta put on the graft. It is how it is, especially here in the UK. A lot of people think, oh yeah, this is a country of milk and honey, but I'm afraid it is not the case. If you really want to put some food on the table, pay the bills, you have to go to work, and that's what I've been doing, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I've not been here back on social media streets. Anyway, how's everybody? How is everybody doing? I hope I find you well. I hope I find you in good wealth and health. And I hope I find you in perfect peace and contentment of yourself. Everybody who has been following Brother Mason for quite a long time, I'm all about positivity. I'm all about inspiring people, motivating people. I am that brother who's going to be holding your hand when you fall down. I am that brother who's going to be telling you there is there's a brighter side of everything. You know, no matter what you go through in life, there is always a brighter side of things, and they look always at the brighter side. So I am that kind of brother who is always telling you this. So as I love to give motivation and to inspire people, I just thought, you know what? I'll just come and have a little word here. You see, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, right? Life is all about love, sympathy, and empathy. That's what life is. Most people are of the impression of the misunderstanding or misunderstanding of the fact that they think life is all about accumulating how much wealth you can have for yourself, how much competition you're going to have with other people, how much progress and material things that you're going to have, how well off you are compared to other people. Because for some reason we've been embedded with this mentality that you have to be better than everybody, you have to be outstanding, so separate from everybody else as far as achievements and accumulation of wealth and possession is. See, that is the wrong way of looking at life, ladies and gentlemen. Life is all about helping your fellow brothers and sisters. Life is all about whenever there is injustice, you should be the one that's trumpeting justice. Whenever somebody's going wayward, somebody's is off the rails, somebody's going different direction, you tap on your brother, you tap on your sister and say, can I sit down with you for a little and have a little word with him or her? That's what life is all about. So I just want to say to all of you guys on this Friday, the 6th of February, that do not be ashamed to humble yourself. Humble yourself to say, you know what? I need help. And everybody else, do not judge the guy or the girl who say, I need help. I need help in maybe getting my confidence back. I need help maybe to open my eyes to certain opportunities. I need help maybe to see the light because I've been in the darkness for quite a long time. Do not be ashamed to say that. And like I say, do not judge somebody just because of the situation or the circumstances they might be in. You see, this is, in my opinion, this is what the problem is, because most people are judged by their circumstances. Most people are judged by the things that they might be going through in life. Then automatically people come to a conclusion that, okay, this guy is a failure, this woman is a failure, this guy is this and that, this woman is this and that. But little do we leave room for taking into account that you do not know how that person's journey has been. You do not know what they've been through for them to be in the situation where they are. Nobody wants to be a failure in life. Every person wants to at least have a decent life. I'm not going to say everybody wants to be a millionaire or billionaire, but I'm sure most people, if you ask them, they'll tell you they just want to have a decent life where they can afford the things they want to buy, have the things they want to have, do the things they want to do, and have no lacking, basically. So if every single person aspired to do that, do you really think that the situation they are at that very moment of time or at this very moment of time is because of their own doing? Everybody wants to have a family. Every woman, I'm pretty sure, okay, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure a big chunk of women would love to have a husband. And a big chunk of men would love to have a wife. A lot of people would love to have a family, a happy family. I'm sure a lot of people would love to do that. I'm pretty sure somebody would love to have a decent job, decent career development, career progression. I'm pretty sure most people would love to have a decent way of living and a decent place of living, accommodation and all of that. So my point is, ladies and gentlemen, if things go wayward for somebody, please do not judge. Do not put labels. Do not put stereotypes. We do not know where that person came from or how that person came from. Let's go back to the old ways where sympathy, empathy, and compassion and a true love reigns. Let's go back to the way where we are everybody's brother's keeper. We are everybody's sister's keeper. I've always said this in the past. A community or a society is like a body, basically. Now, a body is fully functional when everything is all joined together and everything is communicating and is working in unison. Whenever the body is disjointed, whenever the body is being diseased, the body is no longer functioning as a whole. A body is in health condition when it is in unison, when it's working in unison as a one entity. And the same analogy can be applied to a community or a society or even a human race. We are, as a human race, are supposed to be working in unison, meaning we are supposed to be one people who are there to always have love, compassion, empathy, and true love for every single person, regardless of race, regardless of age, regardless of gender, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of affluence, whether they're rich or poor, regardless of their social status. For me, in my opinion, this is how a human race can develop as an entity. We all aspire to have lots of things in life, and we think, I need to have competition. I need to accumulate so much things in my life, and we think this is progress. But really, is it? Is it really? What has this done for us in the past? The elders will tell you, and they're not lying. The elders will tell you, history speaks for itself. History always repeats itself. If you look at all, if you go back even to antiquity, if you go back to all these great civilizations of the past, and we are talking about great civilizations that accomplished some of the things that we haven't even accomplished in this day and age. We're talking about the Atlanteans. We're talking about the Sumerians. We're talking about the Phoenicians, the Egyptians, the Greek civilization, the Roman, the Roman civilization. We're talking about the Chinese civilization. We're talking about the Mexican civilization. All these great civilization that reached the pinnacle, the highest point of civilization. And what happened to all of them? They fell down flat to their ground. Perish. They never went anywhere else. These are great civilizations that of the past. I mean, if you go to Egypt, you're going to see the pyramids. To this day, we do not have the technology. We do not have the technology even to replicate the pyramids. We don't even know how the pyramids were designed. The mathematical, geometrical precision the pyramids were built in, we're so far away from it. The fact that the pyramids were aligned to the luminaries, to the stars in the heavens, like to the Orion belt and all of that, we do not have that technology and that kind of knowledge. And if we go to the Atlanteans, and the Atlanteans, a lot of people, even to this day, they think it's a lost civilization. It's a myth. It's a mythological story. A story, a fairy tale. But to those who know the Atlanteans was a real civilization, again, that fall flat on its knees. Same thing with the Greeks, the Romans. I mean, if you go to Greece and look at all the Greek architectural buildings they've built, the philosophical heights they reached. It was Greece that gave us the philosophical, scientific giants like Socrates, Pythagoras, Plato, and all of this. Pleiadians. But what happened? Again, they fall flat on its knees. Same thing with the Romans. The Romans conquered the world. The Romans conquered everything, pretty much everything. Put it this way, the Romans, they ruled England. They came to to England in, I think, AD 45, and they ruled England for 400 years, and they conquered all over the world. Nobody could match the Roman power, military power. Again, what happened to them? The Romans fell on their knees. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess what I'm trying to say today, Friday the 6th of February, is this. Civilization will have never reached its pinnacle. It's almost as if there is a demarcation line where we can never, ever cross or transcend that line. And if you look at everything, there's always one common denominator. And the common denominator that has led to the destruction and to the loss of the Atlantean civilization, the Egyptian civilization, the Phoenician civilization, the Sumerian civilization, even the Chinese civilization, Greek civilization, Roman civilization, there is always one common denominator, ladies and gentlemen. And the common denominator is greed, lack of sympathy, a lack of empathy, accumulation of wealth, and competition. This is always the common denominator. We think by conquering another nation, by invading another nation, we think this is progress. We think this is civilization. We think this is evolution of the mind, evolution of the being. But then you're going to have to ask yourself philosophically and intelligently, rationally, really? What proof do we have that invading a country, invading another group of people is what makes you a great nation or great people? Colonizing another people, enslaving other people. This is our definition of civilization. This is our definition of progress, of evolution. But then we have to ask ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, really? Is it? Like I said, the elders always speak, and they speak intelligently, eloquently. History repeats itself, and history speaks for itself. We've never civilized a country or a group of people through murder, through hurt, through invasion, through colonization, through competition, through accumulation of wealth and asset possession. The only way we can civilize, or the only way we can call a group of people a civilized people, is when you go to what the Africans call Ubuntu philosophy. And the pinnacle and the motto of the Ubuntu philosophy is that I am what I am because we are. We are because I am what I am. I am what I am because we are. We are because I am what I am. This is an African words of wisdom that have been embedded in the African philosophy or in the African way of living. This is for a very long time. Most of people are under the impression that the Africans are uncivilized. Well, yes, you are going to say the Africans are uncivilized simply for the fact that you do not know the definition of civilization. Civilization is not industrialization. How can you call a civil country, how can you call a community a civilized society when it's ruining its own atmosphere? How can you call a civilized society when it is when there's when everything that it does is cancerous to its own people? You see, the Africans for a very long time, they've always been living as a community, being there for one another, being there for each other. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to digress here. I want to go back to what I want to, excuse me, what I came out here today to say to you on Friday the 6th of February 2021. The fact that we need to understand, if we're going to progress as a people, as a nation, as a race, let's leave all our differences away. Let's leave all our racial differences away. Let's leave all our political status differences away. Let's leave all our social status differences away. And let's work as one organism. Like I said, I gave you an analogy of a body. A body functions when it's working as a whole unit in unison. When the legs are communicating with the arms are communicating with the neck and head. Everything is working together. That's how a body is a beautiful thing to see. That's how a body is in good functional order. Because imagine if a leg is competing with an arm. Imagine if a leg is looking down on an arm. Imagine if the head is looking down on the thighs, on the feet. This is where dis-ease come from. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to root out this dis-ease in a community. And the only way we can do that is to go back to the old ways. We need to have some kind of a renaissance, going back to the old ways. What made great people of antiquity really great. And when I'm talking antiquity, I'm talking about even the pre-Egyptian civilization era, pre-Atlantean era. Surely human beings used to walk with the gods. Surely human beings were gods on earth. This is where we want to go back to. This is where we want to go back to. And the only way we can go back to that, it has to start with you. There has to be a revolution within the individual. You need to understand your state of being. Who are you? What are you? What's your purpose of here on earth? What's your purpose of here on world, on life? And what is life? So if you're going to be asking all these fundamental questions, and this is when you're going to try to be somebody who is instrumental into the development of the human being. And it has to start with you. A society can only be built by the individual. It is not the society that builds the individual. It is the individual that builds the society. So if you go back to that kind of rationale, to that kind of way of thinking, then that's when you're gonna we're gonna make the community whole again. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the words I just want to say to you, and hopefully people can see the brighter side of what I'm trying to say to you here today. I just want to motivate you. I just want to inspire you to think outside the box and understand it's not all about competition. It's not all about putting some people down. It's not all about being a better person or anything better, being a better person than this individual and thinking that you are great. No. It's all about working in unison. Be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper. And this thing can be applied to every single country. And this is how you're going to progress. Do not think that just because, for example, I'll give an example of my country where I'm from, which is Zimbabwe. A lot of people, they are under the impression when they are given the position of power, they need to accumulate as much wealth as they can. They need to impose so much powers on innocent people as much as they can. See, that is a cancerous way of looking at things. That way of looking at things, you might be thinking you're progressing individually by accumulating all this wealth and all these things. But really, what you are doing is being a cancer to a community. You are being cancerous to the community as a whole. Like I said, sociologically, it is the community that has to work together. It is the individual that makes the community. So if you go back to those old ways, ladies and gentlemen, be there for other people, help other people, humble yourself. If you need help, do not be ashamed. Do not be ashamed. If things aren't working well for you, do not be ashamed to seek help. And if you see somebody else needing help, whether you know them or whether you don't, try the best you can to help them. This is how we build as a nation. This is how we build as a people. This is how we build as a race. We need to evolve. We do not need to devolve as a human race. We need to evolve. And a real evolution can only come through enlightenment, can only come through rational thinking, can only come through empathy, sympathy, and true love of the being. We all live in this thing called Mother Earth. The earth is just one earth, and we are all part of the. We are all the blood. We are all cells in the earth. Imagine if the earth was dividing itself. So if we are, the best comparison I can give you to this is this. As you know, the body is composed of red blood cells and white blood cells. So it is the white blood cells and the red blood cells inside our body that makes us a healthy body. So we are, Mother Earth is the body. Mother Earth is the community. Mother Earth is the society. You as an individual, you are the red blood cells, the white blood cells. So if we do not work together and be there for each other, we are causing a diseased community, a diseased, disjointed society. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought I'll come and share this with you. It's a motivational, it's the Brother Mason motivational hour. I just thought sometimes we need somebody. We all need somebody. Sometimes we need a reminder of how we can progress as a people, how we can progress as a nation. And let's stop thinking it's all about how much accumulation of wealth you should have, how much a better person you are compared to other people. No, that's not progress. Like I said, history always is the best teacher, and history always repeats itself. We've never gone far away as a community and as a society with that kind of rationale, with that kind of way of thinking. So let's change the way we think. Let's change the way we look at things. There is no shame in being your brother's helper, brother's keeper. There's no shame in being your sister's helper, your sister's keeper. Why would you want to put somebody down? Why would you think it is the best thing to do to ruin somebody's spirit? Is it not a good thing to uplift somebody's spirit? This is what a civilized society ought to be doing. Like I told you in the past, let's look back in the great civilization we've heard of the past, all the way from the Atlanteans, the Egyptians, the Phoenicians, the Sumerians, the Romans, the Greek Romans, the great Romans, the great Greek civilization. All of these people, all of these great civilizations, what happened to them? They all followed the same fate: fall down on their knees. It's almost as if they never existed. Why? Because they followed the same pattern of competition, lack of sympathy, lack of empathy, lack of love, human love, unconditional love, lack of true love. So if we do not change as a people, as a nation, and as an individual, we are following the same direction and the same fate. And the later generations, they are simply going to forget about us. They're going to look back at the history and say, yes, there used to be this group of people, and what happened to them? Follow the same fate that all past civilization of antiquity followed. And this is where we are heading, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There's a comment here. Eustace Kayem. Oh, my brother Eustace, how you doing, sir? Oh, you know what? Brother Mason has always been busy lately. That's why I'm here. I'm free. But you Zimbabweans, especially diasporans, are now evil, working to destroy others. It's a belief for some. Absolutely. This is where the problem is. Zimbabweans, especially in diaspora, it's all about destroying people. It's all about how much I have, how much I'm doing well in my life, how much accumulation of wealth I have. Look at me. I'm in a land of milk and honey. Look what I have. You know? And how does that single mother who is in Zimbabwe, how about that jobless father who is in Zimbabwe going to feel when he's looking at what you are saying? You know? And only a fool, if I have to be blatantly honest with you, only a fool can say those words, because you're not thinking. You are where you are because of the situation where you came from. That's not progress. You can't say my life is doing fantastically well because I am in the UK or I'm in America. No. You are a migrant. You're supposed to be where you came from. So if you are really clever and intelligent, what you should be doing is working on progress to make your country better so you can return back to your country and build where you came from. It is your land of your ancestors, your land of your generation, your land of your genealogy. This is where you're supposed to be going and build. How can you say you're a very intelligent person when you come back from your home that has been broken and you go somewhere else and you say, look at me, I'm doing fantastic, but you've just broken your own house? No. So, okay, I'm sorry for my nice Zimbabwean speaking people who are going to be watching this video. I'm going to speak in Shona here, my language. Azvibatsire. Aungamboti wakangwara muri ku-UK ikokoko, muri ku-diaspora. Muchizviti zvinhu zvenyu zviri kufaya, zvinhu zvenyu zviri kufamba. Yet you know very well kuti nyika dzatinogara kunoku havatide. That's number one. Havatombotide. They havatombozvifunge highly of us. Saka ndo zvatinofanira kuita izvezvi. Right? Tinofanira kuchinja mafungire edu, tinofanira kuchinja maonere edu. Kuti nyika nyika ndisu. Musambofungidzira kuti nyika ndevanhu vari mugovernment, nyika ndevanhu varita sei vari mumaposition. Nyika ndiwe iwewe. It's not what the country can do for you, it's what you can do for the country, because you are the country. So what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Kuti auye azogadzirisa nyika yawakatiza. Iwewe, you are the person that can build the country and rebuild it back again. Andidika? Saka, yes, sorry, I digress a little bit. I didn't want to come here and talk about politics far too much, okay? We're going to have a political show sometime. But, yes, this is the Brother Mason Motivational Hour. And, yes, please look back on this video and listen to it, because who knows? It might help to defeat these cancerous ideas that we have as a people and get rid of all this disease that is in our society, in our community. Let's go back to the old ways where love, empathy, and sympathy and true unconditional love rules. Let's quit being materialistic and thinking accumulation of wealth is progress and evolvement. No, let's go back to simplicity. Like I say to you, in Africa, we've got this philosophy of Ubuntu that postulates that I am what I am because we are, and we are what we are because I am. You are the community, and the community is the individual. Let me repeat that again, and I'm going to conclude on this. You are the community as an individual, and the community as a community is the individual. That is the African conception of Ubuntu. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I find you well, and hopefully you're going to look after yourself and take care of yourself. Keep on smiling and stay blessed. It's Brother Mason Motivational Hour. Thank you. Till next time. Bye-bye.